All right, all right. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Sincere shalom to the hopeful elect. Okay, I'm outside right now, so pretty sure you could probably hear the birds chirping. All right. So you might have to deal with that in the background. But it's nature, man. You can't be mad at nature. You know, it's the Heavenly Father's creation. Okay. But we'll title this lesson right here. People will turn to violence when the tariffs kick in. Okay. And this is something I was meditating on. I woke up this morning and was reading these scriptures. And, you know, I was thinking of an idea to put on a video. And I had one idea in mind, but, you know, the Spirit moved it in another direction for me to talk about this. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about how a lot of these people are getting ready to, you know, turn savage once they can no longer afford their lifestyle anymore. They can no longer afford their livelihood. OK. You see what people are already doing. All right. And yeah, evils are happening in the earth, but the American society has not taken a tilt yet. Right. And people are more wicked than ever. People are more violent than ever. You know, so just imagine when you know, people can't afford the basic necessities like food and water and clothing. OK, people are going to snap and they're going to lose it. All right. The average person, it don't even have to necessarily be somebody that, you know, somebody, the usual suspect, somebody that's crazy, somebody that's prone to violence. There's going to be a lot of these people that are going to you know, they're going to participate in the violence that they didn't even know that they had it in them. You know, people who, you know, pride themselves on being family men, a good person. Right. Somebody that doesn't usually get into trouble. OK. Well, just because somebody in this world is not, you know, prone to violence right now, you got to remember, overall, these people have no faith. OK, they have no faith. And when you don't have any faith in the time of distress, in the time of all desperation, all right, it's going to cause you to do some all right, some drastic things, man. OK, to yourself and to others. All right. And we're coming into that time of desperation. All right. And, you know, that's going to breed all out chaos. OK, because these people, they're used to a certain life. You know, basically, they're used to functioning a certain way within this country. OK, wake up, go to the store. Go get something to eat, put gas in your car, right? Certain things people are just used to buying. They're used to going into the stores. They're used to seeing these things, all right? And they take them for granted, and they think that nothing can ever happen to where, you know, all of these items and products can be snatched off the shelves, or, you know, these items and products could be, you know, available for triple the price. You see, that's going to drive these people crazy. All right. Because they can barely afford their finances now. All right. It's so many people out here, especially out here in California. California is one of the worst economies, you know, in the country. OK, I think it's like the like in the top 3, top 5 worst economies in the country. All right. And that's of a fact, because especially Southern California. All right. The cost of living out here is high as hell. All right. And you got a lot of people out here that are roommates, right? They're roommates that, and that's just for a 2-bedroom apartment. You got one nigga sleeping on the couch. You got 2 niggas in each bedroom. Okay. I know a situation like that personally, my cousins. All right. 3 niggas have to pitch in each month. Okay. Just to afford a 2-bedroom apartment. You see? So the cost of living out here is outrageous. All right. And people are barely hanging on by a thread. Okay. Now, what's going to happen when those prices double and triple? Okay. It's going to be a lot of people that are going to go homeless. A lot of people that are going to go hungry. All right. And these people, they have so much pride to where it's like, okay, before I go homeless and lose it all, before I go hungry and lose it all, I'm just going to snap and I'm going to try to kill somebody or I'm going to go out with a bang, because I'm not about to let myself fall all the way to the bottom and be embarrassed like that. It's all about what these people, it's all about what other people think. And, if my neighbor sees me, homeless now, how are they going to look at me? Okay. So a lot of shame and humiliation, all right, is coming to the average American. Okay. And because these people are not chafed in the spirit, they haven't been creating a solid foundation with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay. You see, we've created a solid foundation with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So we're used to being uncomfortable. Okay. We're used to it. We're used to not having the things we want. We're used to being short on finances. Okay. Being embarrassed. All right. Because before honor comes humility. All right. But remember, these people, they don't have honor. They don't live their life honorable. They commit iniquity every goddamn day. You see? So a lot of these people, they're not going to want to suffer that humility, especially for the Lord's sake. They don't believe in the Lord. So they're going to resort to drastic measures. They're going to get carnal, and they're going to take matters into their own hands. All right. And if they got to kill somebody for some food and some resources, especially if a man has a family, okay, he's going to be willing to do anything. That might be the most dangerous men out here, the ones that have a family. You know what I mean? Because that means that man, he's willing to do anything, shoot anybody, take anything, all right, manipulate anyone, so that way him and his family could come out on top. All right. So, that's why I'm going into this lesson, man. When the tariffs kick in, okay, these people are going to resort to violence. All right. So it's only a matter of time. All right. People are already on edge with, Donald Trump's political campaign as it is. You know what I mean? People are already on edge with him being in office. Okay. And then on top of all of that, he's about to bankrupt the economy. And you know what I mean? And his only excuse is, it's going to make us all rich. That's all he keeps saying. Oh, yeah. I got to do this. Yeah, I got to put tariffs, prices are going to be a lot higher. But hey, it's in the end, it's going to make us all rich. Okay, some bullshit ass excuse. Okay, so people are going to, when these tariffs kick in, man, which we probably only got, maybe like I don't know, a couple months until you start to see the real effects of what's been going on with these tariffs. All right. Because, you know, the beloved brother in our camp, he's a truck driver. He works at the ports. And he's been saying that the ports is empty. He's been saying this since last year, actually. He's been telling us that the ports are empty and, you know, week after week, they've been cutting his hours because there ain't no more work. So it's not going to go on like that forever, man. All right. It's not going to go on like that forever. Pretty soon, people are going to start seeing the effects of empty ports, all of these trucker strikes, all of these farmers that are being laid off, all of these farms that are being dismantled, right? People are going to start seeing that in their day-to-day life, okay? They're going to go to the store and there's not going to be anything in there, or the price is going to be outrageous, all right? Motherfuckers can't even hold their temper for a McDonald's McDouble, man. Niggas is killing each other over fast food, man. All right. And fast food is popping out that, you know, they popping out that shit, you know, within 5 minutes. And that shit look like an endless amount of junk. And people are still tripping off that shit. Now, what's going to happen when you know, there's a complication with the bare necessities, okay? Yeah, man, you're gonna be at the grocery store and you're gonna see a lot of people angry, you know, and usually when there's a lot of people angry in one place, usually a fight breaks out, and when a fight breaks out, there's always a big chance that things can turn fatal. You know what I mean? Because the spirit of violence is in the air. All right. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of this article right here, and then we'll get some scriptures and shut it out. It says Americans are already seeing Trump's tariffs kick in. They sent in receipts to prove it. All right. So apparently around the country, all right, the tariffs are kicking in. OK, people are going to these stores, the gas stations, and the prices are rising up. All right. And, you know, a lot of these niggas out here are stuck on stupid. And a $1-2 increase might not be that big of a deal to a blind zombie. You know what I mean? Somebody that's just, you know, living carefree in America. Okay, a $1 or $2 price change might not be a big deal, but wait until things, you know, let's say, for instance, an item is $20, right? Wait until that item is $60. You know, wait until gas is $15 a gallon. Okay. That's when people are going to wake up. All right. That's when everybody is going to be complaining. There's going to be a lot of frustrated people. You know, I'm pretty sure it's going to be more car accidents. Right. There's going to be more fist fights. All right. These are things that we're getting ready to see. OK, these are things that we're getting ready to see. Just violence everywhere. OK, because people are going to be frustrated that they can't afford their livelihood. And then and the crunch is only going to get tighter and tighter. All right. That grip is only going to get tighter and tighter on these niggas, man. All right. So as it gets tighter and tighter, people are going to get angrier and angrier, man. All right. It says lots of new tariffs have already gone into effect and more about to come online. There is the tax on auto parts that kicked in this month, duties on steel and aluminum, new levies on small value packages, 10% on most imports, a flat 145% customs fee on anything from China. And that's crazy, man. Do you know how many products America receives from China? Okay. This devil put a goddamn 145% customs fee on it, man. That's insane, man. But this is who we're dealing with here, man. We're dealing with the devil, okay? And for him to do something like that, all right, they are actively trying to crash this economy, because the new world order will consist of a digital economy. So they got to get rid of the old economy, all right, and bring in the new, okay? They gotta wipe out the old project and bring in the new, all right? So that's why, these tariffs and the percentages are outrageous right now, man, okay? It's to purposely do away with this current financial system, all right? Because everybody is using Federal Reserve notes. It's to transfer that debt, that currency, into a digital currency, all right? Make everything sky high, or make nothing available at all, to where you're not really even gonna be able to afford it with your with your paper money, the money that you have right now. You're not even going to be able to afford it. You see? The only way you're going to be able to, attain that life that you once had, all right, you're going to have to accept the MOTB. You're going to have to accept the digital world and merge yourself with technology, all right? And then they'll start throwing you incentives, So, it's a perfect executed plan of problem, reaction, solution. All right. A new world order strategic scheme. All right. Let's go down a little bit. Okay. It says she paid more than double the original price for her wheelchair. I don't want to read a whole bunch of this stuff. I just want to read the points. Okay? People are paying double for wheelchairs. Some small businesses are showing customers what extra tariffs cost. Okay? All right. You see? So yeah, man. This is an article you could read. I don't want to get too much into it for the sake of the lesson, but all right, it's at NPR.org. Americans are already seeing Trump's tariffs kick in. Okay, so if you want more edification on it, go check out this article. All right, because this is proof that the effect of the tariffs are gonna start kicking in. Okay, and they already are kicking in certain places of the country. All right, and when they fully develop, all right, okay, just understand that people are going to turn to they're going to turn into different people. Okay, right now everybody is kind of putting on a charade as if they're a good person and they do the right thing, and they just want to be a law-abiding citizen. Well, pretty soon, the average law-abiding citizen is going to get desperate and make a grave decision, whether they're gonna side with the beast, or embrace themselves into all-out chaos. All right, and if you don't have the Lord, you really don't have a choice. Either you're gonna have to participate in the chaos, or you're gonna have to side with Satan. Okay, or both. All right. A lot of people out here are gonna choose both, man. Okay, so that way they can save their life on this side. So let's go ahead and get some scriptures. This is Matthew 24:12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, all right, and then it tells you in the book of 2nd Esdras, what is that, 15 or 16? It tells you how wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth. All right, well, that's the same thing with this scripture right here. Iniquity abounding. Abounding is pretty much to increase. You know what I mean? Go beyond the limits. All right. Iniquity is sin on top of sin. All right. And that's all you see all throughout the world, especially in the headquarters of wickedness, America, Babylon the Great. OK, it's iniquity every goddamn day. All right. Iniquity, iniquity, iniquity. You wake up looking at sin. All right. So the Lord is saying, because iniquity is increasing and it's not drawing back, it says the love of many shall wax cold. OK, and that's ultimately talking about people's, people's care for one another. All right. People's care for each other's life. OK, that's going to wax cold, meaning that, there will be no more compassion. People ain't even going to have compassion upon their own family members in that day, man. All right. Let a nigga uncle eat the last sandwich or, you know what I mean? He get in the way of his nephew's means to survive in that day, man. Okay, that nephew is gonna pull a gun out on his uncle and he gonna put a bullet in his head, man. Or he gonna try to kill him. People are gonna be trying to kill each other, man. Motherfuckers are gonna try to kill their own parents. All right, because they're starving, right? Because of simple shit like I can't afford rent this month. Motherfuckers is gonna snap and kill their children. All right. This is the love of many waxing cold, man. All right. And we're right there at the cusp of it, eh? All right. We're right there at the cusp of it all. OK. Soon as society takes a tilt, well, these people are already conditioned. All right. That's what the whole BLM situation was about. Remember the Black Lives Matter? All right. During that time. All right. In the heat of the goddamn pandemic, you had a whole bunch of Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that were influenced to go outside and participate in riots, which those riots were organized by agent provocateurs. Okay, look that up if you don't know what that is. All right. But you had a lot of our people that participated in it, in them riots. All right. Burning down stores, damaging property, hundreds of niggas in the streets fighting, okay? Making a ruckus, fighting back against the police. And the pandemic, yeah, it was an evil time, but let's be honest, during the pandemic, the society didn't crash. Okay, society was just put on a standstill for a second, but it didn't crash. All right, people were still able to go to the grocery store. People were still able to go to the DMV. It was just you had to abide by different circumstances now. But when society completely crashed, well, they've already given people the blueprint on how to riot, how to be out of control. All right. That's what the whole Black Lives Matter was. The whole little riots with that. OK, that was pretty much the devil giving people the blueprint on how to cause chaos in the streets. This is what you do. You see, and Esau, he wants that chaos, man. He wants that chaos so that way he could come with that solution, which is the mark of the beast, man. OK, so let's get this Matthew 24:12 in a different translation. All right, NLT. It says, sin will be rampant everywhere, and the love of many will grow cold. NIV. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will go cold. All right. And I believe that word cold. All right, let's see. Because brothers always talk about it. Cold. Psycho. You see, the Greek word is psycho. Look at that. Psycho. People are going to turn psycho. All right? When they can't afford their basic necessities, people are going to turn psycho. Okay? They're going to snap. Look at all this road rage. All right? You be driving and let's say, for instance, you accidentally cut a nigga off, on the road, and this motherfucker, he behind you honking hella hard. You know what I mean? You look back in your rear view window, this nigga gritting his teeth, mad as fuck because you cut him off on the road. This nigga pull up on the side of you, flip the middle finger. Nigga be mad for a whole goddamn 5 minutes because you cut him off. Okay? Women be doing that too. You see? And that's basic things like road rage, man. It's going to get ugly. All right? When these people can't even afford road rage. They can't even afford to be on the road to do the road rage, man. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get real ugly, man. All right? In the world to come, all right, nobody is going to spare anybody because everybody's going to be trying to survive. People are going to be looking at it like, well, better him than me. You know, I got to eat. You know, so if I got to pull a weapon out on this nigga to get what he got, I got to do what I got to do. Gas is too high. Food is too high. I can't go starving. So the love of many is about to grow cold, man, and people are going to turn psycho. All right? That's the whole point of the tariffs. Increase what could I say? The daily finances of the average American. That way they get frustrated and they turn psycho. Okay? That's the plan of the US government, man. All right? And this is why you were supposed to lock in with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, because the Lord said we're going to be taken care of in that day. Okay? The Lord is going to provide us with the necessary food, the necessary clothing, all right, the necessary shelter in that day. All right? We're not going to have no worries. Okay? Because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to be handling it for us. But when you don't have the Lord, okay, you have no connection with the Heavenly Father or his only begotten Son. I mean, at that point, you're open to whatever demonic whisper that comes inside of your head by the enemy. And the enemy is going to be telling you to do some desperate things. Okay? Like arm up, go next door, okay, and go kill everybody for that damn food. That's what Satan is going to be telling these people in their head, because they're going to be void of light. You see? This is 2nd Ezra 6:24. It says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. You see? So-called friends, so-called best friends, neighbors. Okay? They're getting ready to go at each other's throats. All right? Because these people really ain't friends to begin with. Everybody's a goddamn faking ass nigga, talking shit about each other when they leave the house. Niggas is, that's supposedly his best friend, but on the low, he's committing adultery with his wife. Wicked ass people, man. All right? So when shit crash, it ain't gonna be nothing for these people to turn on each other, because they already have an evil eye towards one another as it is right now. All right? The only ones that's really going to have that true, sincere love, okay, is going to be those who believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, because the Lord has already trained us on how to have love for one another. You see? We've been in Babylon for so long. We came up in this wicked-ass society that you forget how to actually have love for your brethren. Okay, pretty much your family, because that's what the body of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is. We're a family. Okay, So when you come into this truth, the Lord has to teach you that all over again. The Lord has to teach you how to love your brother, how to love your sister. Okay? How to not defraud one another. Okay? These people have not been going through those courses. All right? They haven't learned that. So they don't have real love for one another. Okay? So when shit crash, they're going to do what's expected, which is participate in anarchy and kill each other dead for the lack of food and for the lack of resources. It says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. And that's pretty much going into that famine. All right? Because these tariffs are going to bring about a famine. All right? And that's going to set a lot of this goofy ass shit in order. Okay? Because when a famine strikes a land, everybody's on an equal playing field. All right? Everybody out here is going to be on an equal playing field. Niggas ain't going to be able to flex that car. Niggas ain't going to be able to flex their haircut, flex their money. Because in that time, even if you got money, nigga, you going to be like everybody else. You ain't going to be able to afford shit. Okay? So that's the times we coming into, man. We coming into a time of all-out chaos and anarchy, right? Where people are gonna they're gonna lose their minds, man. This is why you got to stay vigilant. This is why you got to stay prepared. All right, and you got to lock in with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. You got to do what the scriptures say: make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. Okay, because your procrastination can cost you your life in this time. A lot of these niggas is gonna try to wake up. Oh, okay, let me get with the truth, man. Now that shit is getting chaotic and I can't afford nothing. It's hard to survive. No, the Lord gonna leave you out there, man. Okay, and you're gonna have to deal with whatever violent spirit comes your way, or hey, man, you might just die of famine. You know what I mean? You might just starve to death, literally. Okay, either way, you're gonna have to suffer a horrendous judgment at the hands of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay, if you're not locked in these times. Okay, and we ain't gonna have to worry about these niggas getting violent and all of this shit. Okay, we ain't gotta worry about that. That ain't something we should be afraid of. And oh man, people are gonna get violent pretty soon. Oh man, nah, man, ain't nothing you should be afraid of, man. Okay, like the scriptures say, the Lord has given us power over the serpents, the scorpions, basically power over the demons. So if you're in tune with the spirit, okay, you're going to be able to manipulate your way out of certain situations. All right. You might be in a grocery store and niggas might be huffing and puffing and looking like they getting ready to get violent because there ain't nothing on the shelves. Well, wisdom, I have you move through them niggas untouched, unharmed, and you'll just escape out the back door. While everybody's fighting and killing each other, the Lord had you escape out the back door because the Lord gave you the wisdom to do it. All right. But for the rest of these people, hey, they're going to be subject to whatever wrath Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has for them. Okay. When society crashes and these tariffs kick in. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. Let me give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Shalom.